Gary says, hey guys, if you had a heap of domains that were aged with good links and niche specifics or niche specific, and you had mass page and content capabilities, would it be beneficial to create lots of listings with NAPs and map embeds? All the surrounding content will be relevant, both about the core industry, but also have some local geo content like text and images. Would this help move the needle from your experience with the map pack? Yeah, I mean, okay, for niche specific domains, so you're talking about domains with topical relevance. Yeah, it'll have a slight influence on maps. This is the other diagram I show all the time, so stand by. But shit, you guys weren't even seeing my screen, were you? I guess it didn't matter. I wasn't really showing anything anyway. This is what I was talking about earlier in case it was still paused. Let me pause for one more second and then I'll open up the other diagram. Sorry, guys, I had my screen paused. My fault. Let me get the other one. Just give me a second, guys. I got to get into another browser. All right, here's the other one. So links with topical relevance have more of an effect on organic, slight influence on local. One is a local project, but links with local or geographic relevance have a lot more. I know what you're asking. You're asking, can you take topical domains and add a geographic component to them by just doing NAP stuff? Yeah, I mean, that's still helpful because it's more the topical relevance and then the citation. Remember, guys, a lot of SEOs think a citation is a business directory listing. No, a citation is a mention, a published mention of a business. Name, address, phone number, oftentimes a website link URL is associated with that. So it's usually 4 data points, name, address, phone, and website, really. We call it NAP. But a citation is not a business directory list. A citation is a published mention of those data points. Doesn't even have to be a link, right? So again, press releases, published press releases that have the NAP section, those are all citations. They're not business directory listings, but they're citations. Does that make sense? So I can understand trying to add, like adding citations to a niche relevant domain or post could be beneficial, yes, but it's not actually geographically relevant. Like, in other words, it's not providing geographic relevance or local relevance. It is just a citation. It's actually providing topical relevance with a citation. Does that make sense? That would be interesting to test. I've not done a lot of that because I usually just do topical posts or geographic posts, not try to mix the two. Would be worth a test. Do I think it would work? I don't know. That's interesting. I mean, definitely the topical relevance would help. Additional citations, yeah, they help, not like they used to. They're not nearly as effective as they used to be. That's why press releases don't move the needle for maps as much as they used to. But it's definitely worth the test, right? When I'm talking about links with geographic relevance or local relevance, I'm talking about links from other sources that are literally geographically relevant to the target. In other words, they're in close physical proximity, right? Like, and I've heard this question before. People say, well, what if a local business website is in Virginia, a local business in Virginia's website is hosted in California, and they link to your other local business or your local business client that's in Virginia? How is that a local link? Well, because it's not where the site's hosted. It's a link coming from an entity that is part of a local business in the same general geographic area. That's what provides the geographic relevance. If that makes sense. It's not the location of the website or where it's hosted or anything else. There might be some influence from that too. I've not tested with that, but I'm talking about getting links from entity assets that are associated with a local entity in close physical proximity to the target. That is a link with geographic relevance, and that has more of an impact on maps, in my experience, right? And from analyzing literally thousands of backlink profiles now for local search queries, that's what I found. Top ranked organic competitors generally have really relevant link profiles, at least in competitive keywords or markets or areas. Usually the top ranked maps competitors have a number or particularly strong links from local sources. And that's why they're ranking at the top of maps. That's, at least from a lot of analysis, that's what I've been able to determine. Hopefully that's clear. Would this help move the needle? I don't know, but it's definitely worth the test. A lot of times, guys, these hypothetical questions, when you ask, do you think it would work? All I can do is give you a guess, and I'm going to tell you the same thing every time. Test it. I'm not going to make a statement, say yes, it will or won't, unless I've actually tested it myself, right? It's a good hypothesis, though. Okay,